Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Thank you so much for joining Srimad Bhagavatam class. Let's start with Kirtan. Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunda Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunda Bihari Vijana Vallabha Jayo Girivardhari Jayo Girivardhari Vallabha Jayo Girivardhari Yashodananda Jaya Vrajana Yashodananda Jaya Vrajana Yamunatiravanachari Kunjabihari Jaya Yamunatiravanachari Jaya Kunjabihari Jaya Jaya Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Jaya Radha Gopi Jana Vallabha Vallabha Jaya Nitai Patita Pavan Gaura Hari पतित पावन जय प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय always testimony to His always testimony to Krishna, always to Shri Guru and Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, devotees, for joining Srimad Bhagavatam class. Today we will be reading from Srimad Bhagavatam 4, Canto 4, Chapter 4, verse number 26. 4:26. एवं स्वदेहं महतं महीयस समारोपितम् अकम् अदारात् मुहुः समारोपितमकम् अदारत् जिहासति दक्षरुसमानस्विनी जिहासति दक्षरुसमानस्विनी ददारगात्रे स्व अनिलाग्निधारणा ददारगात्रेष्वनिलाग्निधारणम् एवं स्वदेह महतां महीयसा मुहुः समारोपितमङ्कम् आदरत् जिहासति दक्षरुषा मनस्विनी ददार गात्रेष्वनिलाग्निधारणा एवं स्वदेहं महता महीयसा मुहुः समारोपितमङ्कमादर जिहासति दक्षरुषा मनस्विनी ददार गात्रेष्वनिलाग्निधारण एवं स्वदेहं महता महीयसा मुहुः समारोपितमङ्कम् आदर जिहासति दक्षरुषा मनस्विनी ददार गात्रे स्वनिलाग्निधारणा. Word to word translation. Evam, thus, Swadeha, Swadeham, her own body, Mahatam, of the great saints, Mahiyasa, most worshipful, Muha, Muh, again and again, Samaropitam, seated, Ankam, on the lap, Adarat, Adarat, respectful, Jihasati, wishing to give up, Daksharusa, due to anger towards Daksha, Manaswini, voluntarily, the Dahara, placed, Gatreshu, on the limbs of the body, Anila Agni Dharanam, meditation on the fire and air. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Translation. Thus, in order to give up her body, which has been so respectfully and affectionately seated on the lap of Lord Shiva, who is worshipped by great sages and saints, Sati, due to anger towards her father, began to meditate on the fiery air within the body. Purport. Lord Shiva is described herein as the best of all great souls. Although Sati's body was born of Daksha, Lord Shiva used to adore her by sitting her on his lap. This is considered a great token of respect. Thus, Sati's body was not ordinary, but still she decided to give it up because it was the source of unhappiness, because of its connection with Daksha. This severe example set by Sati is to be followed. One should be extremely careful about associating with persons who are not respectful to the higher authorities. It is therefore instructed in the Vedic literature that one should always be free from the association of atheists and non devotees and should try to associate with devotees. For by the association of a devotee, one can be elevated to the platform of self realization. This injunction is stressed in many places in Srimad Bhagavatam. If one wants to be liberated from the clutches of material existence, then one has to associate with great souls. And if one wants to continue one's material existential life, then one may associate with persons who are materialistic. The materialistic way of life is based on sex life. Thus, both becoming addicted to sex life and associating with persons who are addicted to sex life are condemned in the Vedic literature because such association will simply interfere with one's spiritual progress. However, association with great personalities, devotees who are great souls, will elevate one to the spiritual platform. Sati Devi her quit the decided to quit the body she had obtained from Daksha's body, and she wanted to transfer herself to another body so that she might have completely uncontaminated association with Lord Shiva. Of course, it is understood that in her next life she would take birth as the daughter of the Himalayas, Parvati, and then she would again accept Lord Shiva as her husband. Sati and Lord Shiva are eternally related. Even after she changes her body, their relationship is never broken. ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनाशलाकया चक्षुरोन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुधापदकमलं श्रीगुरोन् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातां सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनासहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपदान् सहगना ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितां च हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्ता राधाकान्त नमोस्तुते तप्त काञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरि वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे हुकुम करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरो दीनतारिणं परमानन्दं माधवं श्रीचैतन्य ईश्वरं हरे कृष्ण. Thank you so much, devotees, for gathering here in either in person or online to bless me so that I can speak and glorify Srimad Bhagavatam. I personally seek blessings from His Grace Sham Kishore Prabhuji, His Grace Bhagavatacharya Prabhuji, His Grace Yugal Kishore Prabhuji, and Krishna Kumar Prabhuji, and everyone else here. Thank you so much so that I can glorify even though I don't have any qualification. Hare Krishna. So today's verse is speaking on the power of association. So it is it is stated in so many places in Srimad Bhagavatam what is the power of association. When we recite Mangalacharan prayers before starting this class or before starting anything, actually we are trying to get association of our Guru, Sadhu, and Krishna and Radharani. So why we seek this kind of association? Because so that auspiciousness comes in our life. So association is the most important thing in anybody's life. We all have heard the example of parrots. There are two parrots. One parrot was sent to a devotee's home, one parrot was sent to a non-devotee home. And the parrot which was sent to non-devotee's home started speaking all kind of material words without his knowledge. And the parrot which was sent to a devotee's home started chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra with or without his knowledge, but still started chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So next life of that parrot is very auspicious. So that is what association does. It will either create auspiciousness or inauspiciousness in your life. We have seen everybody know philosophy. Everybody know what is association. Again, same thing is there. But let's take some example and see what association does. We have seen son of Mother Earth who was who took birth from the sweat of Varahadev. Bhauma. What is his name? Bhaumasur. Banasur. Bhaumasur. Bhaumasur was a son of Mother Earth and Varahadev, but still because of his bad association with Narkasur, he became demon, and he he wanted to wanted to kill all the sadhus, brahmanas, and he wanted to become more powerful than anybody else so that he can trouble everyone. So that is what association of Narkasur did to him. And then what again? And Narkasur has captured all those 16,000, 16,100 queens, but they were even in the capture of Narkasur, they were associating with Krishna. So that is why their association, even though they were not having physical association with Krishna, but mentally they were associating with Krishna. What 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 was the end result? They could get Krishna, even though staying in a place where there was no there was no conduciveness for bhakti, but still they remembered Krishna. They were associating with Krishna and they could get Krishna as end result. So association either creates auspiciousness or inauspiciousness in your life. When we come to temple, again, what is our consciousness is important. Association again is not physical thing. As Yugal Kishore Prabhuji always says, it's not rubbing the shoulders. Association is taking in getting inspiration from someone um, who is saintly person or anyone you take inspiration with. Many people, even though they are staying in US, but they take association of film stars. For example, they watch their movies and they will become their role model and they want to become like them. So that is their association. And devotees here come to temple, speak about Prabhupada, speak about their spiritual master, speak about Radharani, speak about Krishna. So they are taking association of Prabhupada, Sadhu, Guru, and Shastra. So that is good association. Sati here wanted to quit her body because she was associated by body to Daksha, who did not care for great devotee like Lord Shiva. So that much consciousness Mother Sati had that oh she is associated with someone and it will contaminate her. She's associated with someone who doesn't care of Vaishnava. So that association will contaminate her. So she did not even wanted to stay in this body. Similarly, we have seen Vedavati in Ramayana just by 1 second of association of Ravan, she did not wanted to stay in her body. She just quit her body, and then she came as Maya Sita, and which was the cause of Ravan's death. That is another story. But association, how much consciousness, how much conscious in Vedic times people were of just associating with someone, even for a second. We have heard in Chaitanya Charitamrita, 1/11th second of association of a great devotee will give you will can give you Krishna Bhakti. So that is why association is very important. So we should not take it very cheaply. So getting association of devotees is very rare in this Kali Yuga, especially in this land of America. It's very rare. And when we get this opportunity of associating with devotees, we should never leave, like Sunday feast program or whatever program, or even we have some time, let's go and associate with devotees, whether in temple or in their home. at least we have to take their association. Because what to say about 1/11th second? For more than 4 5 hours, we associate with materialistic people outside when we are working. So how much that association will contaminate our chitta, our consciousness? We might be frustrated while working. We might have so many meetings where we have to speak so many materialistic things, and we have to we for the sake of our work we have to meet many people outside for lunch and so many things. So how much contaminated our consciousness will become when we associate in with people like materialistic people. Here Srila Prabhupada is saying one should not associate with the atheist and non-devotees and should try to associate only with devotees. So, and Srila Prabhupada is saying that it is said in Vedic literature and Srimad Bhagavatam that one should not associate with non-devotees. But there is, in this present time, there is no way that we can avoid associating with non-devotees. One thing is, one thing we can do is make whole of our company Krishna conscious, so that all the employees in our company are always Krishna conscious and we are associating with devotees. If that kind of preaching we can do, that is best. And then the that is actually best. Everybody, every one of us try to actually somehow or other, directly or indirectly, preach to our colleagues. For example, in our congregation, many devotees are starting like 1 hour a week, meet at lunch and discuss Bhagavad Gita, and they are getting success in their company. Not everyone, but at least someone are taking interest and and coming to this program, and in that way they will become devotees. And once they become devotees, generally they'll speak about Krishna to someone else, and those people will also become devotees. It is like coronavirus again. It will spread from one person to another person, because naturally Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said in Chaitanya Charitamrita that, and Srila Prabhupada also said in many lectures that if one become fully Krishna conscious, they'll naturally speak about Krishna. And when they speak about Krishna, then whoever hears about Krishna will get mercy of Krishna. So in that way, we can make our association. We can give association to non-devotees instead of taking their association. And in that way, they'll get benefit of of you being a devotee, and they'll get mercy of Srila Prabhupada, and they'll get mercy of all the devotees. They'll get association of devotees. So that is why association is very important. That we, as we discussed, the power of association, Bhaumasur. There is one more example. In Chaitanya Charitamrita, we know that Krishna Das, he was he met with some Bhattaharis, and he got so much attracted with them. He just went with them, even though he was associating with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Still, he was influenced by those Bhattaharis only, right? Bhattaharis, influenced by those tribal people, and then just he went away. And when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to save him, he did not wanted to be saved, but Chaitanya Mahaprabhu forced him to come out of that association. So this is the auspiciousness of having good association. Even though he was straight up, he just went away from the path. He just left Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did not wanted to leave him, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu saved him. So this is the power of association. And one more example is there. Indra, when he was cursed by Brahaspati to become pig on the material world, he became pig and he started associating with pigs. And when Brahma came to call him back that your curse is over, please come back. He put so many conditions. Okay, I'll come back. But is there any filth place there so that I can stay in the stool and garbage in heavenly planet? Brahma said there is no place like that. So he said, I don't want to come. I want to stay here only with other pigs and I want to enjoy. So what is the use of me going to heaven if there is no garbage place in heaven? So that is the power of association. Indra, he is the king of heavenly planet, but after associating with pigs, he started liking pig life. So this is the power of association. So we have to be very careful with whom we are associating with. And there are many other examples in Srimad Bhagavatam, like how Ajamil, he started associating with prostitute, forget about his all Brahmanical qualities, and forgot about all Brahmanical qualities, and then he wanted to please that prostitute. For that, for her sake, he became decoyed, he became kidnapper, he became thief, he became everything. And then just 1 second, not one, maybe some few seconds of association with Vishnu Dutas, his life changed. So that is the auspiciousness of associating with greatly person. Even though he was condemned to go to hell, but just before Vishnu Dutas only, just he heard the words of the Brahmanas and he put name Narayan for his son. So that was also is like an associating with Brahmanas words. He associated with them. He put Narayana. From there, his life changed, and then he could see Vishnu Dutas, and then after that, he was liberated. So association will create either auspiciousness or inauspiciousness, depending on whom you are associating with. So always we should try to make our association in such a way that it will try to create auspiciousness. So what is auspiciousness? Many people might have many definitions of auspiciousness. Someone who is always looking for money, if he gets money, that is auspiciousness for him. Somebody who is always looking for some sense enjoyment, if he gets that sense enjoyment, that is auspiciousness for him. But what is actual auspiciousness in the life? It's becoming pure devotee of Krishna, getting mercy of devotees and Krishna and Guru. That is actually auspiciousness. One day we were discussing, me and Sham Kishore Prabhuji were discussing that hell and heaven was made. Why? Both are not good, but why it is there? So we were discussing that hell is for the people who are fully materialistic, who live fully materialistic life, and they don't even do any bhakti. They'll go to hell. Even though they are living very pure life, if Krishna is not there in their life, they they will go to hell, because they are using Krishna's property and they don't have gratitude for Krishna. Air is given by Krishna, land is given by Krishna, food is given by Krishna, sunlight is given by Krishna. And they say that, oh, what is if I don't worship Krishna and I live very nice life? So it is okay. No, it is not okay. You are having so many debt, and that's why if you don't worship Krishna, you are going to hell. And heaven is created for the people, for the devotees who are devotees but do aparadhs. So because they are devotees, they they don't they cannot go to hell because they have chanted the holy name of Krishna. But since they do aparadh to devotees, they cannot go to spiritual world. So that is why they'll go to hell. Sorry, heaven. So heaven in association of devotees. If we start doing aparadh, we will be cheated by going to heaven. And there we might forget all our devotional service altogether because of sense enjoyment. We have seen in this earthly planet only that we do so much bhakti, especially speaking about myself. I know there are so many exalted devotees who doesn't get attracted with any sense enjoyment. But we do so much bhakti. I don't do, but still associate with devotees and do some spiritual activity. And when there is some kind of sense enjoyment, for example, something so if I see someone, some of my friends having very nice life, very good house, and very nice car, I'll get attracted to it. So and then it and then instead of thinking about Krishna, in my mind I will be thinking about all these material things, even though they are nothing compared to heavenly pleasures. So when we go to heaven, so what will be our situation? Do will there be any possibility for us to get attracted to Krishna in heaven? It's very there is possibility, but very rare. That is why our Acharya says that human life is very rare. They don't say demigod life is very rare. They say human life is very rare, and in human life, take opportunity to clean your heart and go back to Godhead. Because in human life, we can see sufficient suffering to know that this world is full of illusion. And because of that sufficient suffering, we will able to take up Krishna consciousness very seriously. And then we will value the power of association of all the devotees. And in that association, we can perform bhakti and we will go back to God. So that is the power of association. So we should try to associate as much as possible with devotees, as Srila Prabhupada is mentioning here. And Mother Sati also showed with the example that just what will happen if we associate, if by any chance, if we associate with non-devotees, even though if they are our family members, still it will not going to help us. We should put all our efforts to make at least our family members devotees, so that if we associate with them, we'll speak about Krishna instead of speaking about any news or anything else. So if our family members are not devotees, then it's better to avoid their association also. And Mother Sati just gave up her life because she could see that her father was not in favor of of Param Vaishnav Lord Shiva. So that is the importance of association. We have to choose our association very wisely. Otherwise, we are wasting our life. I want to end here. Thank you so much. Please correct me if I've spoken anything wrong, and please pray that I can associate with all the Vaishnavas and devotees and avoid non-devotees association. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Do you have any correction? I said not fully, very rare. Like Nalkuvera is there. Nalkuvera and Manigreva. They got mercy of Krishna and they are in heavenly planets, but still they are pure devotees. Lord Shiva is also his Kailash planet is there. And then there are we have heard, I have heard there are like 33 crore Devi Devatas. And out of that, how many of them may 33 crore Devi Devatas, but population will be very high. We see that only not everybody in heavenly planet will go to a higher stage. They have to come back depending on their punya and pap. Whatever punya is they have acquired, they'll finish it and they'll come back here again to continue whatever they have, whatever is there in their karma. So that is why heavenly planet, at least in at least here, whatever the karma is, if we go through so much suffering, somehow or other will get attracted to Krishna. But their suffering is very less. Only when demon comes and attack, they will have some suffering. That time they'll go to Vishnu. But see, we have so many example of like Indra. Indra is actually great devotee. Krishna uses him to show with the example. But Indra, many times he get attracted to that facilities. He wants to retain it. If demons are coming, he will be like, oh, they are coming, he will be scared. He don't want to lose it. For that, he killed his own spiritual master because he was giving oblations to even demons also. And Vishwarup, right? He was giving oblations so that he killed him also. So otherwise, devotee will see everybody equal. He wouldn't have mind if he's giving oblations to demon or whoever. But Indra was so concerned about his position, he killed his spiritual master because he was giving oblations. So that is why I spoke in that way. But if you have any more correct, please correct me. Sorry. Yeah, but it's not. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Marriage is there, yeah. But see how some devotees. Yeah, that is there. We have to avoid somehow or other. In heavenly planet. Cinema songs. Oh, okay. Uh-huh. So that's why he became a maid servant. Uh, so that is also. Huh? Yeah, son of a maid, sir. Yeah, son of a maid, sir. Uh, yeah, yeah, that is natural. But I have heard, right, if we put Krishna in the center and defend, those problems will be solved, will not get that kind of problems. Because as you said, they are all mixed devotees, so there was some mixed, yeah, 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 yes. Yeah. Thank you. Hare Krishna. No, I need everybody's anything else. You know better, but I speak for the sake of speaking. Yugal Kishore Prabhuji said, Seva aprats are always, they will not affect your bhakti. He said, right, many times Yugal Kishore Prabhuji said, you might do aprad while doing, aprad in the sense, not intentionally. In management, especially, he says it will happen. But he said, Seva aprad can be countered by chanting nicely. So he said, especially whoever are in management or whoever deals with people should focus on improving their chanting, and it will be removed. So seva aparadh is always removed by chanting uh, nicely. And if Krishna is in the center of any service, even if that aparadh happens, it will not affect anywhere you see. For example, Dhruv Maharaj story. Dhruv Maharaj story. When Dhruv Maharaj went and started killing yakshas, only to but one yaksha was actually culprit, but he started killing all the yakshas. So that was not good in his part. But it is said that whoever he killed went to a planet where only Naistik Brahmachari can go. So it was above Sun planet, and only Naistik Brahmacharis can go. Whoever Rakshas were killed by him went there. Why? Because he was all Krishna gave when he was performing tapasya for Krishna. Krishna came after 6 months. Krishna gave him benediction that you will never forget me and you will not be affected by Maya. You will always remember me and you will never forget me and you will remain like this forever and you'll come back to me after end of your rule. So Krishna gave him this benediction that you will always remember me. And Dhruv Maharaj, even though it was offense, Manu came when Manu came to stop him. Swayambhu Manu came to stop him that you are doing offense. You are killing unnecessarily to so many yakshas. Only one yaksha is culprit. For that you killed so many yakshas. But he was, Krishna is in center because he's always thinking of Krishna, and whoever was killed by him went to went to a planet where only Naistik brahmacharis can go, and from there they all went to they all went to Krishna. So if Krishna is in center, even if aparadh happen, it will be auspicious for both of the party. So we have to try to keep Krishna in center and chant as nicely as possible. And this is just one, but there are many pastimes, like how uh, again in Kurukshetra war, Bhishma Dev is fighting for adharma side, but he is always Krishna conscious. He's fighting with devotees, fighting with Pandavas against Pandavas, but is always Krishna conscious. At the end of his life, who came? Krishna came, because he's always Krishna conscious. So whatever you do, if you put Krishna in center, it will become auspicious to you and auspicious for others. If even if some seva aprats are happening, Bhishma Devi is also doing seva, but for Duryodhan. So and also actually it is said, I have heard that Krishna wanted some warrior to be in front of him, like to be like so that to make that very nicely. And Krishna wanted to show also to the world, even if you are so powerful, you if you are in adharma side, you will be defeated. So this is also like a seva for Krishna, that he's standing in adharma side, and and because Krishna wanted to show the world, so he is doing. So we can take so many points, but actual point is, if we are doing seva for whom? For Krishna. And here and there some things will happen, like how today it happened, that we were expecting something happened, and then it was not uh, we have to put our efforts to do something and we were not happy. But still, not for me, at least for you Krishna were in the center for the service, so it will not, Krishna will not take any upfront. So that is what I can speak to you. So if we put Krishna in our center and we do only for Krishna, there is not even a tinge for us that, oh, this thing happened because of my ego or my envy. If some aprad happen because of ego and envy, then only it will affect us. But that aprad is unknown and we cannot avoid. This is material world, and Kali Yuga is there only to create quarrel. Whether you do seva for Krishna or whether you do seva for outside, Kali Yuga will always try to create quarrel among everybody. But we have to put Krishna in center so that we can avoid all those quarrels. So that is what I can say. Please enlighten me if I have spoken anything. No, I want everybody's blessing. This is Bhagavatam class. So please, we'll glorify Bhagavatam. Thank you so much. Anything you have? If anybody have anything online,
It was a very nice class. You brought a lot of points emphasizing on the power of positive association, devotee association. Very nice class, Prabhuji.
whatever I heard, I spoke, Mataji. Please pray that whatever I spoke, I can follow. Thank you so much.
Prabhuji, Hare Krishna, Dhanot. Prabhuji, I have a question, Prabhu. Recited in the verse regarding the family, like don't associate with the family or like even own kids. Like once they grow up, they're away from either devotional service or they're deadly against devotional service or devotees, creating havoc in the houses. Most of the people, Prabhu, I noticed, fear, like fear for family or fear for society. That's why they don't continue. So, how to deal with that kind of situation, like in the own family? Let's say your son or daughter or whoever grew up, they're going completely against and criticizing also same time because of because they are our kids, so much affection. So we are in the two boats, supporting like kids and trying to continue devotional service. This is the most of the families struggling. So, because if you read the Leela Amrita, Prabhupada Leela Amrita, it's clear. One point, you have to leave everything, even your wife, kids, if you want to continue pure devotional service. So, is that right thing? I understand, Prabhu, or anything you can?
Actually, that yeah, you brought Prabhupada's point also. Prabhupada wanted to write and distribute Srimad Bhagavatam, but Prabhupada's uh, wife, she just donated that, not donated, sold that manuscript of Prabhupada only to drink tea. And then Prabhupada asked, "Do you want tea or me?" She said tea. And then Prabhupada immediately left. It's it now when we speak, it feels like it's like a funny thing, but how serious it was at that time when Prabhupada was in that situation. We have to see it is not very easy to, and that too Prabhupada has kids also, and one kid was autistic. So in that situation, how Prabhupada took this decision? Because Prabhupada in his heart, if if as Yugal Kishore Prabhu says, put hand in the pocket of a grahastha, you'll have only three pictures: kids, spouse, and assets. But when you put hand in the heart of Prabhupada, what you'll find? Only his spiritual master, Krishna, and the instruction of spiritual master. So because he was all attached to his spiritual master and instruction and to Krishna that much, he could do it. So if we imitate it, if we are not in the Prabhupada situation, if we imitate, we, we will go through a lot of suffering. That is why it is said we have to put Krishna in the center. Krishna will arrange everything for us. Ultimately, can we do anything? We are not the doer at all. We cannot even breathe if Krishna doesn't want us to breathe. We cannot even stay even for a second. We cannot even hold our life. We don't know what will happen next moment. We cannot do anything on our own. We are not the doer. Krishna is a doer. If we put Krishna in the center and pray to Krishna, and by our behavior and example, if we lead very positive and nice life, there is a hope that parents and kids and whoever will change. We have so many example in our congregation, in our movement, that so many for example, Chandramali Swami Maharaj said one thing, that not Chandramali Swami Maharaj, one Prabhu from New Vrindavan came in this marriage of Sam Prabhu and Shivanjali Mataji's marriage. One Prabhu from New Vrindavan came. I forgot his name. You know what is the name of that Prabhu? Yeah, Prabhupada. Kripam. Kripam hai Prabhu. The tall Prabhu. No, 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 no. That Prabhu who came here, he sang Mangalarti in the morning. Class also. Kripamoy Prabhu. Okay. So Kripamoy Prabhu came and he said that, yeah, American. He said he's a Prabhupada disciple. He said his story actually. He said his mother, he was just 18 years old or 17 years old. He went to his mother by taking the letter saying that I want to join temple. Because if you are 17 or 16, you need a letter from your parents to join the temple at that time. He went, he went to get sign of his mother, and his mother is saying, what is this nonsense you are doing? Why are you doing all these things? But she signed it. Why? Because she saw that this is nothing wrong. He will just associate it with some devotees. But his mother was not very much happy with this process. She was actually against this process. Then, after looking at his son's transformation, her mother changed. Sorry, his mother changed, and his mother, after so many years, took initiation from Radhanath Swami Maharaj. And then Radhanath Swami Maharaj always goes and attend to her home. Why and what Radhanath Swami Maharaj said? Radhanath Swami Maharaj said, in entire world, I like only your home. I want to come your home. Why? Because everywhere Radhanath Swami Maharaj is praised very nicely. Everybody will awe and reverence. But when he goes to her home, even though she's disciple, she always takes care of him like mother, but not exactly like mother. Always tell, you are not eating properly, you are not doing this properly, you will ruin your health, you will do this, so you have to do all these things, like an instruction she gives her. So that's why Radhanath Swami Maharaj said, I like to go to her home. But the point here is, she was against this process, but now she is following this process, and pure devotee is actually want to associate with her. So how this happened? Kripamoy Prabhu said that by change in his behavior, mother changed. So first of all, we have to fully depend on Krishna. Only Krishna can do anything. We cannot even take care of ourselves. What will take care of others? And second thing is, we should try to show exemplary behavior. When you are in association of devotees, when you are in this movement, you have to, Srila Prabhupada always used to say, behavior is jewelry of a devotee. And so if your behavior is good, people will get attracted to this process, and they will see that, oh, there is something in this process. When they see themselves and when they see you, for sure they'll find so much difference. They're always angry, agitated, and you are always peaceful even in this kind of situation. They want to know how, and they'll try to do what you are doing. So that is what we can do. We cannot until and unless we are few devotee like Prabhupada, we cannot take this step of just leaving them. Otherwise, it will for sure they will not become devotees first of all ever, and then they'll develop hatred towards this process and Krishna. So we have to always pray to Krishna. That is what I can say from my little in with little experience. I don't know much about it, but Sham Kishore Prabhu is here. We can ask him what to. Can you give some insights, Prabhuji? Please speak in my yeah. Hmm. Hmm. So Sham Kishore Prabhuji added one more point. He said that we should not support anyone, whether kids or spouse or family member, to criticize against devotees, and we should correct them in very sober way, not in very frenetic way. Because if they criticize devotees, it's harm for them. Because we have seen in our shastras also and in our past how it was very much harmful for them only, like Amoga, example of Amoga, and Ambrish Maharaj, Durvasa Muni's example, and then there is so many examples in that Gopal Chakravarti who criticized Haridas Thakur. What happened to them? So it was not good. So that is why we should stop our relatives to when they are criticizing devotees and explain them in very sober way so that they can understand. Ah, Miniketan Ramdas. And one more thing, one more thing, Sham Kishore Prabhu added is that if we correct them, we will get mercy from Krishna. Like how Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, when corrected Miniketan Ramdas, who was his younger brother, he got so much mercy from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So that's what Sham Kishore Prabhu is saying. Brother, yeah. Oh, sorry. Brother is not, yeah, I forgot his name. Yeah, so he corrected his brother and then he got so much mercy. So that's what we want to add. हाँ, 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 हाँ. No, but that will not be seva aparadh, right? Okay. Offending devotee is not, yeah. Uh, hmm. Yeah, he said like jokingly, but yeah. Oh, yeah. So Bhagavatacharya did not added any point to you guys. So whatever Sham Kishore Bhai said is correct. And hopefully
Prabhuji.
you got your answer from.
Yeah, thank you so much, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
So if nobody have anything, then we'll end. Panchakalpatarvashya kripa sindhikam patitanam pavanam Krishna. Some